Hey, what's going on, everybody? It feels good to be back. I've been off for a while. Today we're working on a project that is installing front and rear sight on this Glock 43X, and it's my brother's gun. So he asked me to do this for him. So first of all, we're gonna make sure the gun is unloaded for you internet ninjas and range safety officers. So there's that. Make sure the mag is out of the way. And what we need to do is, of course, the front and rear sight. He decided to go with the Trijicon HD night sights. Great choice. And we're gonna need a thread locker of some sort. This is my preferred one. And I've got the rear sight tool in here. I bought this a few years back and I've used it once, twice maybe. But yeah, so we're gonna pull this thing out and we're gonna look at the goodies that we have in here. So we have a Glock tool. It's basically a push pin. And then this is it right here to push out any pins. And this is the front sight tool for the Glock. It might work on other handguns, I'm not sure. This is just a sticker. So we're gonna place these up here. This is the rear sight tool. And this is the front sight. We don't need this bag. Gonna put it under here. And we are gonna take out our Trijicon HD night sights. And yeah, this is the rear sight and this is the front sight. We're gonna need the front sight tool to take this puppy out of its housing, or the container. So make sure you don't lose this little screw. It is very important not to lose it. So we're gonna put it back on the front sight for now. And we're gonna place it in this little thing. We're gonna use it as a tray. Gonna put the Trijicon HD front and rear sight in here. Again, safety checking the handgun again, taking it apart. And all right, so we had a camera malfunction there. So back to what I was saying, we're gonna take out the we're gonna take off the front sight post, or the front sight for this Glock 43X. And this is the factory front sight. And again, I'm not a gunsmith or an armor or anything like that. This is just stuff that I looked up and it was easy for me to do. So here I am doing it. I don't have any certificates or anything like that. It's just, I know how to do it. And so we're gonna take our front sight screw and we are going to apply a tiny bit of thread locker because under recoil it might come loose. So you need just a tiny bit. So bear with me while I do this. And there it is. This one stands here. Make sure for the front sight when you install it, make sure the dot is facing the rear of the slide, so you know you're installing it the correct way. And then you hold it in place, and then back to the little screw. You know, it's got a magnet on it, it's not falling down. So we're gonna find where the screw goes, and what I like to do is tighten it and then loosen it up completely all the way, and then tighten it again. And that's just to season up the threads with that thread locker, just to make sure that, you know, give it a little bit. That should be fine. Actually, no, it's when you tighten it up, make sure that it is nice and centered, because it can move left and right. So you want to make sure that it is nice and center, and it's not moving left and right. I have just a tool for that. See, got a multi-tool in my pocket. So I'm just gonna eyeball it and adjust the sight from there. And that's for the front sight. And for the rear sight, we are going to use the rear sight tool, and we're gonna basically push this thing out and then put the new Trijicon HD Night rear sight on there. So we'll be back after we do that, because it's gonna take a few minutes. So stay. All right, so one thing I wanted to show you guys on camera is that when you take the rear sight off and install the new one, it's gonna be offsetted like that. And with your rear sight tool, make sure that it is pushed all the way. So when you marry it on here, it's gonna sit nice and tight. And then we are going to lock the slide in, and then as we push, the rear sight is gonna slide in place. So this is gonna take a few minutes, and we will be back after we get it done. We'll see you in a bit. All right, so we're back, and if you'll come in a little bit close, you will see that I pushed the sight a little bit too far. So I'm gonna do the same thing that I did before, but I'm gonna do it in reverse and move it just slightly, and make sure that it's in the middle, and we'll be back after the second break. All right, so there you have it. Trijicon HD night sights installed on a Glock 43X. And if you want to zoom in, brother, it's looking beautiful. I highly recommend these sights. Not sponsored by Trijicon or anything like that. Just, I wish I was. But these are badass. U-notch rear sight, front, and it's all metal sights. You can see them at night. It's bright enough to see it during the day. And this is not a review of the sights. There are many reviews on YouTube. You can go look them up. Just type in Trijicon HD sights. And yeah, if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below, and like the video. Thank you for your support. See you next time.